Hello everyone, welcome to Northern Soul. Welcome back. If you've checked out my other types or if you just kind of did a search and looked for wrist stabilization. So this is a really simple type, but it'll be quite effective if you have any sort of instability in the wrist due to like injuries or rheumatism or any of that stuff. So if you do have like loose, crackly, poppy wrists and stuff, especially if it's painful, go get it checked out by a healthcare professional. So in a lot of cases, it's like your doctor, right? So get that checked out properly, just to make sure. They might need to do imaging, X-rays, and that sort of thing, just to make sure you don't have dislocation of small bones or something like that. It could just be a sprain or a strain as well. But good idea to get that checked out. Nonetheless. So going forward, let's do some taping. So stabilization of the wrist. This for athletes, definitely you'll want probably a tighter sort of taping. So just watch out that you don't go too tight on this. So we're going to use substantial stretch, and we're going to do double wrap right on the wrist itself. So let me go through what that looks like. So we're going to use orange because that's like just fun, energetic color. And sometimes you might want to buy a tape color based on, how it makes you feel and stuff like that. So this is exciting. So we're going to do like a double wrap around. Now this is just me doing it, so good idea to see how you can do it for yourself, because a lot of people their end user is watching it right now, and it's not just, you're doing it in a clinic. So you're going to wrap twice around. So in this case, I'm going to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to wrap. So there we go, one, and it's just kind of a rough estimate. One, hold it with my finger there. Two, and then I'll cut it by a bit. So you do want an overlap, you want enough to overlap. And there's going to be substantial stretch, so I'm going to back it off. So I'm going to say about there. And then since substantial stretch, I'm going to back off a bit, probably about an eighth usually. If it's a little bit more, that's fine. Better a bit more tape than not enough. And we're just going to round off the ends. This is going to be a quick one today. If you get any swelling and that sort of stuff, you may wish to also add ice 5 to 10 minutes, like you're doing first aid basically. This can also help with pain mitigation. So if it's just painful as well, you do a long day's work like with your hands and stuff, so you might wish to use this taping. Give it a go. If it helps, great. If not, there might be another taping technique might be more appropriate depending on what the problem is, okay? So the idea with the hand is that you're gonna kind of collapse this area here. So you're gonna bring your thumb to your pinky, and you're gonna just kind of have your wrist in a natural position, almost as if you were writing with a pen. So this is my non-dominant hand, but I'm just gonna pretend, right? So there we go. Thumb to baby finger, hold, and then I'm just going to start on this side, right? So about half and half. So where the actual crease is, where it actually bends, is where you're going to tape. So I'm just going to put zero stretch right there. Okay, there's my anchor point at zero stretch. So I'm just going to pull on the end, not too much. So I'm not going to take tape all the way, because then I know I'm going to have to stop and then grab it again on the other side. So I don't want it to get all weird. So I'm going to pull. Substantial stretch. So you can usually do 100%, back off to about 50 to 70%. Those of you that are athletes may wish to add more stretch, but if it starts to swell up or become more painful, or you start to lose sensation in the hands, that's too tight, and you're going to need to back it off. So that's the rule of thumb for that. So I'm just going to automatically just start rotating around like that, over to the other side, and continue with the rotation and stretch. So I'm just going to back off the tape a little bit so I'm more on the end. Don't want to really touch the adhesive, because then you'll get your dirty hand oils all over it. There we go. Just grabbing the end here. So like that, continue. I have enough to bring it around again, so I'm going to have to loop it around again. Still maintaining the pinky thumb connection. Sounds like a really bad band, but anyways. And then at the end, no stretch. Like that. And then no stretch on the ends. Anchor that down there like that. Rub it. Careful when you're like grab it onto the end, you might catch an edge, and then pull it back on itself. I'm going to rub that in, help with the adhesion, with the friction and heat. And you give it about 10-15 minutes before you actually do the activity. If you're going to go into water or get really sweaty, give it an hour. So do this an hour before the activity, and then I can release. And you can see there's a structure that's holding the wrist, so almost like somebody's supporting it with a hand. But in this case, you've got a little wristband. So you look super cool. And that's it. That's the taping. So thanks for watching, and check out my other videos on Northern Soul channel. I'll put a link on how to get to my channel or whatever below. And thanks for watching. Have a good day.